we have learned that two figures are congruent if they're the same size and the same shape. We've also just seen now that transformations of translations, reflections, and rotations are all congruence transformations or isometries, which is to say they result in the pre-image and the image are congruent to each other. The Common Core states that two figures are congruent if one can be obtained from the other by rigid motions, that is to say, by using translations and reflections and rotations. So you should have just proved the two triangles A, B, and C and X, Y, and Z are congruent to each other by using algebra. That is by using the distance formula to show that all three sides are congruent to of ABC are congruent to the three sides of XYZ. I am now going to demonstrate that the two triangles are congruent by actually doing those rigid motions, a reflection, a rotation, and a translation. This triangle here is ABC, perhaps you recognize it, and I'm going to first reflect it. I should point out that the order that we do this doesn't matter, and you can reflect over different lines, rotate about different points, and use different translations. The important thing is that you use only these rigid motions to transform the object. So first I will begin with a reflection of this triangle over this line. And now I'm going to follow this with a rotation. Okay, I'm going to choose to rotate this 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. That's most frequently the point we'll use to rotate. 90 degrees, I want to go clockwise. Moves it down here. And finally, I'm going to translate it. We wish to translate it, I wish to translate it 3 to the right and up 2. So I'm going to use this vector to accomplish that. This is the object. I want to move it 3 to the right and up 2. So I click on that vector. You'll notice that 0.5 negative 1 is x, 0.5 negative 5 is y, and 0.3 negative 6 is z. So I've used rigid motions, a reflection, a rotation, and a translation to map our pre-image onto the image. So we can see that they are indeed congruent.